What is up, everybody? Showing up the King here, and I am here to do my discussion video on the results of the Superman versus Goku death battle. And for those who do not know what I'm talking about, I'll explain. There is a website called screwattack.com. These guys have a great website, it's very popular, and they created a segment called Death Battle. And in this death battle, they put characters against each other, basically dream battles. And this particular one is people have been waiting for a very, very long time. Now, I go into my pre-discussion notes, and I did a video. This is going to be my second video. I'll actually put a link to my first video in the section below, so you guys can check out my first video I did. This is going to be the follow-up video because it's almost been a week. It took me some time to sit down, get over my anger, and just, formulate a proper rebuttal to what I thought of the actual death battle. Because again, I didn't want to come off sounding like some sort of anime fanboy, because I'm not. I actually love anime and comics equally. But, I was not happy with the results of the death battle. Now, before I get into my thoughts on the whole process, I will start off by saying the guys over at Screw Attack, they did a fantastic job putting this thing together. Now, I did my other video about 3 weeks ago, and it was supposed to premiere on December 21st, the day that the world was going to end, according to the Mayans. Whoever met a Mayan anyway. So, when that didn't happen, there was apparently some glitches, and it took them about 2-3 weeks to get the video up, and it premiered last Friday. Well, technically it premiered last Thursday night and going into Friday, and like I said, it's almost been about a week since it premiered, and there's been a lot of talk on YouTube, a lot of videos on YouTube. But again, there's just a lot of people who don't know their Goku and their Superman facts. And again, like I said, I think they actually got Superman down packed, but there were just some things that I just didn't like from that I saw. And enough talking. Let's just jump into some of my issues. First issue is this: I felt like when they were talking about Superman, they gave Superman. Let's just talk about Superman. Superman is a hacks character. He is so OP that it's not even funny. And this is the difference between a manga and a comic book. In a comic book, especially when it comes to DC and it comes to Superman, there are so many different stories being written at any given time, and there are so many different universes and so many different versions of Superman. Basically, what they did was it was almost like they chose this mixed version of Superman and mix and match all of his powers into one. They had Superman can lift over, a couple quintillion tons, and he's fast enough to travel from the Earth to the moon in about 2 minutes, things of that nature. It was just like, he can close a black hole with the static electricity, just random crazy shit, And again, that's the issue that I have with comics in general, is that you can just create this hacks character and you can give him different powers as things go along. I felt like with the manga, there's more of a confined story, and the characters do develop and get stronger, but they don't just all of a sudden just learn new powers or just start making up shit that just can happen. It's just some of the stuff that Superman were describing was just ridiculous. But anyway, that's not my major gripe. Like I said, overall, I thought the battle was well handled. I thought the video was fantastic. The only thing I really want to talk about is towards the end, when they tried to analyze why Goku lost. And the first biggest issue that I had was when they were talking about Goku's speed, for more than one reason. What they did was they took Goku's speed from the time he finished his first King Kai training, and basically took how long it took him to travel along Snake Way, and basically times it by. So they basically found out how fast he was able to travel on Snake Way, because I think they said Snake Way was like 1,000,000 miles. So basically, they used the curve and came up with some mathematical equation that showed how fast Goku was in his base form, and then they just times it by his Super Saiyan transformation, because we know, Super Saiyan 1 is like a 2 times, Super Saiyan 2 is like a 4 times, and then it goes up and up and up. Now here's the problem. Anybody who is a true Dragon Ball Z fan knows that Goku's base level it changes. Not just his Super Saiyan transformations, but his base level. So how can you take Goku at his weakest and try to base his speed off of his first base transformation, which was back in the Saiyan saga? I mean, by the time the Buu saga started, Goku in his regular form could have easily beaten Cell without even going Super Saiyan. Like, this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. You can't properly dictate Goku's speed, because every time he fights, every time he trains, all of his levels increase, not just his Super Saiyan levels. So his base level at the Saiyan saga and his base level by the end of the Buu saga, his levels changed dramatically. So that little mathematical equation they did was bullshit. There's no way. Goku was way stronger or way faster by the end of Dragon Ball Z than he was at the beginning of the Saiyan saga. So that was one thing. And then also number two, fuck his just flight speed. Goku knows instant transmission. They're sitting here talking about that Superman could fly from Earth to the sun and back in under 2 minutes. Goku can teleport to the other side of the solar system in an instant. It's called instant transmission. It's called instant transmission, meaning it's instant. And this is the other thing that pissed me off at. Towards the end of the episode, they were saying that Goku can't use instant transmission when he's not concentrating. That's bullshit. Goku has fought in using instant transmission. Now, because when it came to the death battle, they used all of Goku's facets. They used all of the canon from the manga. They used all the stuff from the anime. They used all the stuff from the movies. And they even used the stuff from GT. And I swear to God, if you guys keep trying to talk about GTs and canon, I'll smack the hell out of you. I'm not even going to get into it. GT was canon, goddammit. Anyway, Goku, I know, again, there is a movie. It was Goku versus Cyber Cooler. Cyber Cooler and Goku were battling on the new planet Vegeta. I mean, not the new planet Vegeta, the new planet Namek. And as they were fighting, Goku and Metal Cooler were both fighting using instant transmission. Because Goku found out that Cooler could use instant transmission, and they both were fighting at the same time, using instant transmission, teleporting all over the place, and still fighting. Goku did not have to put his hands to his head. He did not have to concentrate. He was clearly fighting and holding his own against Metal Cooler and using instant transmission at the exact same time. So that one instance when Goku couldn't teleport everybody away from the planet when Majin Buu was getting ready to destroy it, that's what they tried to base their whole thing off of, saying that Goku can't use instant transmission because if he's not concentrating. From that one time he couldn't do it when he was trying to escape Majin Buu from destroying the Earth. That was bullshit. I'm just going to put that out there. So that's the whole point with the whole speed thing, which is a very huge thing that could have helped Goku, because again, Goku using instant transmission nullifies Superman's speed altogether. And on top of that, he can sense Superman. So he doesn't need, again, there was a part in the actual battle where Superman got behind Goku and hit him over the head with a truck. I was like, there's no way. And he's like, yeah, I found your blind spot. I'm like, there's no way Goku would have been able to not know that Superman was behind him. He can sense his energy. He can sense Superman's energy. There's no way there is no blind spot. Goku doesn't need to see you to know where you are. We've been showing this in 1,000 times. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that say, well, energy is not the same and blah, 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 blah. In that same video, when Superman decided to fly away to the Dragon Ball universe, Goku was able to use instant transmission to teleport to where Superman is. And remember, the only way to do that is to be able to lock onto someone's energy signature. So the fact that he was able to locate Goku in that battle means that he could sense sense Superman's energy. So that whole thing has been nullified right there. Now, the only other biggest thing that really bothered me was trying to figure out Goku's strength. Uh, oh my god, this just makes no sense. I'm a very logical person, so when I see shit like this, it just bothers me. So basically, what they did was they took Goku from right after the Cell Saga. I guess this is the Saiyaman arc, and at this point, Goku was training in heaven and our world. And at that time, his max that he could lift was 40 tons. So again, what they did was they took the 40 tons and they multiplied it by his Super Saiyan transformations. Again, I was more okay with that calculation because, quite frankly, you haven't seen any other thing that Goku can lift after that point and kind of gauge it. So I kind of understand what they were trying to do is just go by what's been shown. But again, it's just not as accurate as they try to make it pretend. Because the bottom line is that at the end of the day, what they did was they said the way that they determined who won was they just basically took all of Superman's feats and all of Goku's feats and then compared them and say, oh, Superman wins. They're saying that Superman can lift more, Superman's faster, Superman has more durability, and Superman has more it was something else that basically in every category Superman could do more than Goku, so therefore Superman wins, which makes no sense. They didn't take into account that Goku was a way better fighter than Superman. And this is what it was. This is what it was that pissed me off. They used the Dr. Gero bomb to calculate Goku's energy output, which makes no fucking sense. Listen to me, people. This makes no sense. You're telling me that you're trying to get an accurate calculation on Goku's energy output based on a Dr. Gero bomb that wasn't even canon. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, this is, and this is the reason why I'm actually going to sit here and say, oh, it makes no sense and not explain myself. Everyone knows that the Red Ribbon Army constantly underestimated Goku through his entire life, from when he was a kid up into adulthood. Think about it. When Dr. Gero and that little China doll little dude came with him when they got back from fighting Frieza, they were nowhere near strong enough to fight Goku because they underestimated him. They had no idea how strong Goku had gotten since he was last on Earth. So that was the biggest issue. So even if they're saying that little bomb was enough, and that's what they try to base it off of, they're saying that bomb that was inside of was it 16? I think it was 16's bomb that they were referring to. They were saying that 16's bomb had enough impact to destroy the Earth, and then therefore that should have enough to calculate Goku's max strength by, again, using his Super Saiyan levels to calculate his energy output, which made absolutely no sense to me. Now, this is the issue. This is the biggest issue that I had with this death battle. Yes, Superman is physically stronger than Goku. I am willing to admit that. I will also admit that taking away instant transmission, Superman is faster than Goku. But in this situation, Goku can use instant transmission, which nullifies the speed. What Goku has is his energy output. Now, what they did was they did a very good job of trying to downplay Goku's power level by trying to say that power levels were useless and power levels shouldn't be used and things of that nature. And it really pissed me off because I'm just like, power level is everything. Your key level is what Dragon Ball Z is all about. Your energy output determines who wins the battle. And what they did in the video is they tried to say that you couldn't determine Goku's energy abilities by looking at who he's defeated. So to me, that just says that you don't want anyone to be able to compare Goku to Kid Buu, because we know for a fact that Kid Buu was able to destroy galaxies with his energy. So that's why they try to say that you can't gauge Goku's power by who he defeats, which makes no sense whatsoever, because at the end of the day, Goku wins his battle with his energy attacks. He doesn't beat his enemy. He doesn't beat his opponents to death. Every time Goku beats anybody, it's with an energy attack. So you should be able to guarantee, in order to beat Kid Buu, your energy level has to be higher than his in order to put out enough energy to destroy him completely. And that's exactly what happened. Now, granted, he beat Kid Buu with a Spirit Bomb, but you get what I'm saying. Like, in Goku and Super Saiyan 3 was more than enough to take on Kid Buu. And that's what pisses me off, because also what they did was they made Goku look like a bitch when he was fighting Superman. It was like no matter what level Goku went to, he still couldn't even put a scratch on Superman. And that's what was pissing me off, because I'm just like, you guys are hacking the shit out of Superman right now. If Goku did not even have to turn Super Saiyan 3 to beat Superman, in my opinion. Now, I understand that Superman is all types of strong, but with Goku's energy output, he should have been able to blast Superman into dust. Period. And again, if you guys go back and look at my other video, I called this shit. Now, keep in mind, my video was made 3 weeks ago. In that other video, I said it. I said, the only way that Superman could possibly win this battle is if they show it of making that Goku Kamehameha Superman into the goddamn sun. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Goku is Super Saiyan 4, Kamehameha Superman into the fucking sun, and then Superman gets this power boost and comes down and beats the shit out of Goku. Now, of course, you know, as I was saying before, I'm sorry guys, my TV is all messed up. Sorry about that, guys. It happens. This is uncut and edited, so anyway, like I was saying, after he only used like what, 2 Kamehamehas that whole battle, but yet and still we're trying to sit here and say that Goku, his whole powers were drained by hitting him with 1 Kamehameha. Come on, son. Goku can throw out at least, you know what? Anyway, like I said, overall, I really give it up to the guy that Screw Attack. I just really wish they would have been a lot more non-biased to Superman and gave Goku his fair shake. And I just feel like they didn't do that. Now, I know there's a lot of you guys just waiting to dig into me. And that's fine. You can go ahead and dig into me. Come at me with anything you got to say. Disprove me. If I'm saying something that's bullshit, call me out on it. I can take it. But if you're going to come to me with some dumb bullshit like Superman can win because he's Superman and he's super, I'm just going to delete your comments and then I'm just going to block you. So again, let's keep this civil. Let's talk about this. Let me know what you thought about the battle. Were you okay with the results? Were you upset with the results? I'm going to also put the link to the actual death battle video in the link below, so a lot of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about can actually go watch the video. So down below will be the link to the death battle video, along with the link to my first video. Don't forget to sign up for my channels. Show Off the King, one and only, Goku Forever. Alright guys.